Wrestling Banner Radio. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to do my shoot right quick on Alberto Del Rio, a.k.a. Alberto El Patron, and his TNA run, which is now no longer TNA. I guess it's GFW Impact. Now, I know in today's wrestling world is fun to make fun of TNA. It's fun to make fun of GFW. It's fun to make fun of Impact. But I'm going to tell you something. And, a lot of people may disagree with this. I don't give a damn. I feel like GFW has made some good moves. I think that they are at least attempting to move in the right direction. And it's not that I'm looking for them to replace WWE. They're not going to replace WWE. But what I'm looking for is the effort and bringing about a decent counter or decent, what you would call alternative to WWE. Okay? It's like someone watching the Arena League and trying to compare it to the NFL. You can't go in there expecting it to be what the NFL is. But you can expect good competition. Right? Or, any other off-brand football league. So, but the difference between the comparisons of what I just made with the NFL and Arena League and WWE and GFW Impact is that, no disrespect, but, I feel like GFW Impact has actually some talent. They have talent on their roster. It's not like Arena League where you don't know who the guys are. You know who some of these GFW guys, like people know who Alberto El Patron is. People know who Bobby Lashley is. Even this guy Moose. A lot of people, finding out who this guy is. Ethan Carter III. They have talent on their roster. So all I'm saying is you don't have to buy into it. I can't force people to buy into it, but I'm going to tell you what. From what I've seen from Slammiversary on, it just seems different. It has a different feel to it, a different vibe to it. Some people are looking at it and saying, oh, it's the same old crap. Even though Dixie's not there, it's the same old crap. No, to me, it's not. To me, it's not. Impact looks a lot different. And especially for it to be, just a short period of time that Jarrett has taken it back over. It looks different and it feels different already. There's already a legitimate feel to it with Alberto El Patron being there, with Bobby Lashley being there. Those are two legit stars. It's not like it's just anybody holding the belt. They were smart by picking up Alberto El Patron and saying, look, we're going to give it to you and we're going to let you, let you be the star, let you run this thing. You know what I mean? Let's put you ahead and let's rebuild. Let's redo this thing. And I think that's the point that, a lot of people are missing. They want to hold on to the Dixie Carter days and the Aces and Eights days and all the screw-ups and the mess-ups and all of that. And this is what they're working to get behind. And whether or not you want to, watch the product or not, that's on you. That's on everybody. Everybody has their own opinion. But I will say that, as far as I'm concerned, I'm on record for saying that I like the direction that it's heading in. I like the matches that they're having. I like the rivalry between Lashley and El Patron. I like what they're doing. They know what they are. They're not trying to be WWE anymore. That's the other thing. That you get a feeling that they know what they are now. Whereas during the Dixie Carter era, they were trying to be something that they weren't. When you get into a point where you realize what you are and you just put on good matches and stop trying to be the other company, I think that they can find their nice niche. And maybe I'm just, being hopeful, but I've never been a big TNA fan or an Impact fan or whatever you want to call it. But I think that getting rid of the TNA name was important because that name sucks. That name is very cheesy, and I don't think Jeff Jarrett ever wanted that damn name in the first place. And the fact that they've gotten rid of it and gave it an actual name, GFW, which is fine. Some people have a problem with that, but I think it's fine. GFW Impact, no problem. It's just like you have WWE Monday Night Raw, WWE SmackDown Live. You have GFW Impact. Okay. Let's go from there. And from what I've seen, minus the haters, these guys are putting on pretty good matches, man. I've never had a problem with the talent in TNA. I've more than likely had problems with. My issue came when they tried to be WCW/WWE, and I hated that. And bringing back all these old guys that need to go away. They were doing too much too fast. But now that they've slowed it down, and they found their pace, and they're building the product on a legit champion. See, this is the thing. This is what I mean when I say I know that they're heading in the right direction. Because a lot of you smarks out there are going to boo-hoo or poo-poo what I'm about to say. But I don't give a damn. I'm gonna say it anyway. Pay attention to what they're doing. They're building. They signed Alberto El Patron at the same time that they were getting rid of TNA, the brand TNA, and bringing in GFW. What they're saying is, we're building this company on legitimacy. No more in this tits and ass wrestling. TNA total nonstop action bullshit. Okay, this is now legitimate wrestling. Which is going to segue into what I'm about to play, a clip from Alberto El Patron, formerly known as Alberto Del Rio, who is a legit champion in WWE, outside of WWE. He is the first unified champion. He unified the belts, which was very important. Everything they're doing makes sense. If people would stop if they would stop poo-pooing everything just because it's Jeff Jarrett, and they want to make fun of TNA, and they want to make fun of WCW and slap nuts and this, that, and the third. If they will step back for a moment, look at what they're doing, stop comparing them to WWE, just look at what they're doing, you will see that Jeff Jarrett is making some very smart decisions. Unifying the belt, bringing in a legitimate champion and Alberto El Patron, whether or not you like him or not, that's on you. But he's a legit champion, a world champion, by the way. Okay? He's been a champion in WWE, so I don't want to hear that he's not legit. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, he's not legit, and then turn around and pretend like he wasn't what he was in WWE. He's held multiple championships in WWE. I believe he was U.S. champion, Intercontinental champion, and WWE champion, or world champion, at one point. So this automatically legitimizes what they're doing. And on top of that, he's not some over-the-hill guy. He's not Sting or Hulk Hogan or Scott Steiner, even though they brought Scott Steiner back for whatever, we'll deal with that some other time. But they have a champion that could be a champion in any brand. WWE, GFW, TNA, ROH, Lucha Underground. He could be a champion anywhere. And also Bobby Lashley could be a champion anywhere. They put them two up front. All the pieces are falling into place. Bringing back the X Division. All the pieces are falling back into place. And I think that, they tweak a few things here and there. You never know, man. You never know. They may be on to something. It may not be WWE caliber. But remember, WWE is not doing so great either. And that's why you guys are so hypocritical. For all you people that are poo-pooing everything that GFW is doing at the moment, just remember, you guys aren't that great of WWE fans either because their ratings suck. Okay, so, you guys say what you want to say. But I'm gonna play this. This is Alberto Del Rio or Alberto El Patron bringing the fire and telling you how he feels about his new home. This is after his big match with Bobby Lashley. Listen to what Del Rio El Patron, what El Patron had to say. Okay, now in case you didn't hear what El Patron was saying, and I know it was a little, the audio quality was bad. It was literally from a recording from a fan. It was after the match, and it wasn't aired on TV. But El Patron was cursing and basically dropping a pipe bomb. He was calling out WWE. He basically, before I go there, he was acknowledging Bobby Lashley's greatness, and he said, "I will shake your hand every day of the week for the rest of your life," because of how great Bobby Lashley is. Then he went on to say, "We're not sports entertainers. We're effing wrestlers." That's what he said. He literally cursed. If you go back and listen again, you can hear him say it. He said, "We're not sports entertainers. We're effing wrestlers." And this is the direction that GFW Impact is heading in. They're heading in the direction of old school wrestling. Not sports entertainment. Wrestling. And this is what I was saying. I was trying to get across earlier, and I know that these other podcasters, these other wrestling podcasters are going to, take a dump on everything that I'm saying. But if you think about listen, you can't outdo the WWE in marketing. You can't outdo them in numbers. You can't outdo them in fan base. But what can you do different from them to make your company stand out? What you can do is put on good matches. Get rid of the silly stuff. Stop being entertainers and actually go back to old school wrestling. Put on good matches. It's not here in America like that. You have Ring of Honor. But I feel like GFW is in a great position if they're smart. Don't try to be WWE. Be what you are. Cater to your fans. And people will respect you. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be the big brand. You can say, hey, those guys over there doing what they're doing, they're sports entertainers. We are wrestlers over here. That's what Alberto El Patron, that's what he was saying. And the crowd popped. You could hear them cheering for him. You say, oh, it was a small crowd. Hey, man, if you go back to old school wrestling, they didn't have arenas filled with people. I'm talking about the old school. I ain't talking about Hulk Hogan old school. They didn't have arenas filled with people. You understand what I'm saying? Wrestling was a niche sport in the first place. So what I'm saying is they have an opportunity to bring it back to its essence. They don't have to be WWE. They can be the opposite of what WWE is, and they can be respectable. I have another clip of El Patron, Alberto El Patron, after he won the unified heavyweight championship for GFW and Impact Wrestling. This is another clip of Alberto El Patron, and he was being interviewed by Josh Matthews.
Sunday at Slammiversary, Slam 15, history was made when Alberto El Patron, the GFW Global Champion, defeated Lashley, the Impact Wrestling World Champion, and Alberto, you unified the championships. You're now the unified World Heavyweight Champion. In the coming weeks, a new championship will be presented, most likely to you as the champion. There'll be one title. It's all moving forward. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel fantastic. You can see it in my face. I'm in a new place, in a new home. A place that I can finally call home. And I'm not saying this throwing BS out there, because people that know Alberto El Patron, they know there's no lie on me. I'm an honest man, and I love this place. And like you just mentioned, having the opportunity to be the main event for that pay-per-view and becoming the first undisputed champion in Impact Wrestling is fantastic.
Have people outside of Impact, have they reached out to you and asked you, like, hey, what's it like there? Because I think it's great that somebody like you who's been all around the world comes here and says, I'm home, I'm happy here, I love it here. All the BS that you hear isn't necessarily true.
Everyone, like people from other companies in Mexico, Japan, the indie circuit in United States, even from that other company in Stanford, they have been calling and asking me how it is in this place, and I keep saying the same. The same stuff over and over and over. Everybody's fantastic, from the people in the office, the staff, the people, all the staff, the crew, the wrestlers. Everyone here is like just having a good time, trying to make making a bigger product for the fans, and you can see it in their faces. Everybody smiles here. Nobody's too good to come and shake your hands and shake your hand and say, "Hey man, how you doing?" Yeah, I'm just happy. It's real. I'm not saying this just because I work in this organization at the moment. I'm really enjoying my time here in Impact Wrestling.
Speaking of putting smiles on people's faces, tonight you have a celebration planned, a championship celebration. What are we going to see from you inside the ring tonight?
First of all, I have my family here with me. That's another thing. Here in Impact Wrestling, they really care about the Mexican tradition in pro wrestling. They know what lucha libre means or brings to the pro wrestling business, and they're making my family part of all of this. They brought my dad for the pay-per-view, my little brother, Hijo de Dos Caras, and they're going to be joining me in my celebration tonight. So, on top of winning the night of the pay-per-view, becoming the undisputed champion, they let me have my family in the ring. So we're going to throw a big party, and as everybody knows, Alberto El Patron knows how to throw a good party.
Last question. Can I come?
Of course, no. You're not invited. This is just for VIP members of Impact Wrestling. This one is not invited.
Alberto El Patron, unified champion. Party happens tonight. I'm not invited.
And see, once again, that's another example. Alberto El Patron was speaking on how he loves it at Impact, and sounded to me like he was speaking from his heart, even though it was an interview for the company, by the company. I feel like he was telling the truth. I feel like he was being honest. And he was saying that people from all over the country and even outside the country ask him, what is it like being with Impact? What is it like being with that company? And he tells them, he loves it there. Nobody's too big. There's no ego tripping there. No one's too big to come and shake your hand and show you, show respect. There's no burying people. You understand what I'm saying? There's none of that crazy locker room politics. But of course, there's always going to be locker room politics everywhere. But to a point, I think it's all about, especially now, I think that those guys are all about rebranding and building something different. I don't think that they're going to be the same as what we've seen before. And go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh and make fun of it and hee ha 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 and talk your trash and be the douchebags that you are, because I know you're going to do it. Be the wrestling smarts that you are and listen to Dave Meltzer or Brian Alvarez or whoever it is that you want to listen to, and talk your trash about it. But at the end of the day, like I said before, WWE ain't doing so hot either. And I'm not hating on WWE. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. You want to talk about WWE, you want to talk about Impact's problems and Impact's woes, but let's not pretend like WWE is so perfect, because you are the same fans that are running around complaining that Roman Reigns is getting shoved down your throat. Okay? So before you open your mouth to talk about how much you can't stand Impact, just remember, when you turn on Monday Night Raw, you're going to get Roman Reigns. Okay? Just remember that. Just remember that. Before you open your mouth and talk about how you don't care about Alberto El Patron or Bobby Lashley or EC3 or any of these other guys that are involved what was formerly known as TNA, now known as GFW Impact, just remember, you'll get your Roman Reigns burying your favorite wrestler just soon enough. Just turn on any WWE Raw or pay-per-view, and you'll get to see more of what you hate. Okay? So, this is what happens when you bury companies. This is what happens when you don't have competition. And the night after Roman ended the Undertaker's career and everyone was booing and wouldn't even let Roman speak, Vince McMahon came right out there and you guys were yelling, "Fire Roman, fire Roman." And Vince McMahon just laughed at you and said, "Is that how you really feel?" And went right on about the show like he didn't care what you guys had to say. You know why he can do that? Because there's only one company. There's WWE. There's Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT. And that's it. That's it. But if you bring back another solid show, another solid program, all of that will change. All of that will change. I'm not saying support GFW just for the sake of supporting. I'm saying, hey, if you want things to change, show WWE that, you're willing to watch something else. It'll change everything. What do you think? The Attitude Era just happened by accident? No. It happened because it needed to happen. It had to happen. WWE was under pressure. When's the last time WWE has been under pressure? When you answer that question, then I'll answer your question as to why you should watch GFW Impact Wrestling. And with that being said, this is Victor Hill. Hey, man. Till next time. It's the Wrestling Banner Radio, WrestlingBanner.com. Check out the blog. Stay in tune. And I'll catch you next time.